Well, good morning. Welcome to Monday. We're starting a new day and starting a new week. My name is Daniel McCrane with McCrane Associates, and small business owners choose to work with us to increase their profitability, expand their scalability, and solidify their legacy because we actually guarantee our work in those areas. Now, today, let's talk about a topic that comes up frequently. I've talked with a lot of business owners who fall into this category, and it's one that really makes me want to step up on the soapbox and start to talk a lot and shout this as loud as I can to as many people as I can. So, here, I'm going to do that for you today. There's this misconception that you don't need to work on your retirement plan until you're actually ready to retire, or work on your exit plan or your succession plan for your business until you're actually ready to retire. And I got to tell you, that is not the case, especially with an exit plan. Now, your retirement plan, that's something that you'll take off the shelf and you'll implement it, you'll turn it on, you'll pull the trigger on it when it's time to do that. But when it comes to an exit plan from your business, there is so much more that goes into an exit plan than just deciding, hey, I'm ready to sell. I'm going to sell my business. I'm ready to retire. The, there's so many details that go into it. So, what I always try to remind business owners is, first of all, you have to remember every business owner will exit their business at some point in the future, one way or another, planned or unplanned. You will exit your business. Now, here's what you don't know, that eventuality I'm talking about. You don't know if that will be today, tomorrow, or years from now. You have to have a plan. So there are four ways that every business owner could exit their business. And exit planning means that you plan for every single one of these. It's just like you would do for business continuity. It's just like you would do for business growth planning, where you have to decide, if this happens, how will we react? If this happens, how will we react? If the market does this, how will we react? That's good business planning. You must do the same thing for good exit planning. Four ways that you could exit your business. Let's take the best one. Best case scenario, your business is wildly successful and you decide to cash out. Maybe that's soon, maybe that's later, maybe it's farther down in the future, farther ahead, doesn't matter. Let's say you decide to cash out of your business. That's an exit plan. You need to have a plan for that. And everything I've been talking about deals with that, getting the finances in order, making sure the business can sustain itself, blah, blah, blah. Go back and watch all my videos. That's an exit plan. Let's take the opposite extreme for a moment. Let's say your business is wildly unsuccessful and you have to shut it down. There are actually things you have to do to shut down a business, such as notifying the employees, notifying the state, on and on. There are things that happen when you shut down a business. You can't just wake up one morning and decide, okay, I'm done. There's so much more that goes into shutting down a business. That's an exit plan. You have to have your plan put together for that. And maybe you hope you never need it, but you still have to have the plan. Those two things are not the most likely that could occur, though. There are two more things that are more likely to occur. The next one is this: what if you pass away unexpectedly? What's going to happen to your business? That's an exit plan. You need to have a plan for what's going to happen to your business if you pass away unexpectedly. Is your spouse going to get the business? Are you a partner with somebody else? Is your partner going to become a partner with your spouse in the business now? Does your partner have a spouse? Will you be in business with your partner's spouse? Is that what you really want? Another scenario I ran across recently: two partners were together, one partner got divorced and remarried and never changed the agreements. Suddenly, now, when that partner passed away, the surviving partner was in business with the ex-spouse. You have to have a plan for what happens if you pass away unexpectedly. But that's not the most likely scenario. The most likely scenario is this one: you become permanently disabled and you can no longer work in your business. What's going to happen to your business? Especially if you are the business. What's going to happen to your employees? What's going to happen to your vendors? What's going to happen to the community that where you do business? All the little leagues and all the charities that you support when you can no longer work in the business. What's going to happen to your family? You need to have a plan for that. That is exit planning. All of these are exit planning, and you must have these in place, and the sooner the better. Now, friends, if you are watching this video right now, you need to understand these last two things right here are insurance products. It's life insurance and disability insurance. And I will be very quick to say I am not an insurance agent. I am not selling insurance. I don't call me if you want insurance. Call me if you need a recommendation, a referral to an insurance agent. I'll refer you, but don't call me for insurance. That's not what we do at McCrane Associates. We help you set up the plan around those things, what happens to your business, but we do not sell insurance. So go get some insurance, take care of those things, get your plan in place while you can, because if one of those two things happens to you, you don't get to sign off on anything anymore. So take care of that now. That's something that needs to be done as soon as possible, not something that happens in the future when you're ready to sell. Exit planning is so much more involved than just what happens when you're ready to retire. Okay, a little bit on my soapbox, but with that, I better stop here. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you in the next